#Triggered.
It's time for #Triggered, you guys. What have we been doing to trigger the shills as of late? We've all done it. We all have done it individually in our own ways, and now we're doing it together. And we're going to take a look at some of what we've done as of late to trigger the shills. OG Star Wars, would you like to be the lady who goes first?
I am sending something over to you right now, so go ahead and skip me. I kind of allow you to skip me for a few.
Oh, okay. Kindly. Okay, great. If you want to share your screen, that's fine. I'll check it.
I can do. We can start the first one off with a double triggered because this one actually initiated with OG Star Wars, and then I
go ahead.
into the conversation, and then this guy got really triggered, and then he took a everyone likes to cross-platform stream now, right? Well, this guy is cross-platform triggered because he then took it upon himself to go to OG Star Wars YouTube account and found a video of her and me talking about the EU, and then he got really twiggled that she had a bigot like me on her talking EU. So let me get my share screen up here for you.
Okay, I'll have it ready when you are.
Why don't we start out with the star triggered one? The Reddit one. Do you have that?
Oh, on your video, Tim.
Yeah, on
correct.
It was my video, but on our Gatekeepers
Alliance. Yes, we triggered. Yeah. So fans of Darth Melvin recall the saltier than crate salty shills subreddit, right? I assume so.
Bunch of showerless Redditors like to gather there and cry about the toxic Gwifted channels. And they mainly cry about the non-existent fandom menace. Soon they will be crying about the Gatekeepers Alliance, and they already are. They already are.
Mm-hmm.
And here's the proof right here. This is the second video, I think, on the Gatekeepers Alliance channel.
Yep, number 2.
Number 2. This was all United Spacers triggering these showerless freaks, man, who just come together and congregate and cry about it. So here they are. They're crying about the name already.
Wait, is that guy's username Adventurous Gap? We got a fucking Gap sighting.
Oh my god.
Adventurous Gap. I missed it.
Fucking
is that Jacob?
Yeah, that's Jacob's alt with a flashlight and all.
Do you have a Chris Hansen?
Oh, wow.
If not, you need
not right now, unfortunately.
Oh man.
Fucking Gap.
Anyway,
Grogu attracted person.
Oh my god, that's hilarious. Oh.
Anyway, feel free to pick anything to read that you would like, since this was your trigger.
Just when I thought we reached Max Neil situation, here comes
saturation.
Saturation. Here
you need
comes
it bigger?
DLC. Yeah, make it bigger, please.
Yeah, downloadable content.
Is it wrong to find
this blue elephant child cute? I hope not, because I do. Yeah, it is. It's kind of weird.
What
it
the
just
fuck?
Is.
Look, so we got a nap as well. We got a gap followed by a nap.
Just when I thought we reached the Neil situation, blah blah blah.
Oh, gap and nap.
Keep going. What does this have to do with Generation Tech? He made the video, you stupid moron.
Take a shower.
That's more proof they never even watch our videos. They fucking
they don't watch our videos. They don't shower.
They cry at the thumbnails. That's all they cry about.
How big of a loser do you have to be to create a whole YouTube channel dedicated to gatekeeping? You mean how big of a winner do you have to be? Because we are fucking winning, guys.
How big of a loser do you have to be a top 1%
right.
commenter on the Salty Shill subreddits?
Yeah, that's all you need to know.
You get 8 likes to your comment. Wait,
that must mean he has 100,000 subs. 8 likes.
Why does he need to be redeemed? Did he pull a Star Wars theory and say one thing they didn't like, and then suddenly he's like a bad guy to them? Is that what happened? Probably.
I don't know. There's a lot of weird people that they hate.
Yeah. Or is this some new stir up controversy? Watch the video, guys. I encourage you. saltier than crate, watch the video on the Gatekeepers Alliance channel and you'll learn. I had some idiot, I think it was on the video itself, comment, you edited stuff together to make it seem like he was saying things. I go, yeah, I did. That's what makes it funny. I mean, jeez. These people freaking spurgs, man.
It's centrist concern.
Yeah,
They're
they are.
crying about, so I guess they're crying here about his political beliefs. I have no idea what they are. Don't really
He
care.
doesn't sound like a
But
centrist conservative to me at all.
Yeah, but these people are so far in
Yeah,
one
you're right.
direction that
You're right.
like anybody seems that way to them.
Mhm.
The hell is Neil? A character from the recent Skeleton Crew show. Oh yeah, I got to catch up. I only seen like 2. He should give the series a shot. Blah blah. They're talking about the show. Who cares?
Isn't Neil in the first 2 episodes?
Yep.
So the fucking guy didn't even know who the fuck he was even after watching 2 episodes.
Because no one's watching the show. Like lowest ratings
Right.
ever apparently. I felt Kat was always on the edge. What?
Ever since the Acolyte was over, you know how there was the Yord Horde and everything.
Mhm.
Ever since the Acolyte was over, got canceled, they all jumped on this Neil Nation bandwagon.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, they did.
Fucking
Yeah,
ridiculous.
and we're gonna talk about Neil, the creepy Neil shit, in a little bit because these people actually defend the Brutus beat-offs. And we're gonna get to
Wow.
that here in a second. All right, so
Yeah, why even reply? They're all asking what Neil is. Don't even reply. If you
they're
don't know what
not
the
even
hell we're
watching
talking
the show.
Right.
I'm going to tell you right now, guys, chat, this is the first time I've seen this thread. I had no idea it was this long. Like, this is a huge...
Yeah, you had.
thread.
I think we're just about to the bottom of it, but yeah, I'm just trying to stop.
Excellent work, Tim, to get the message out there with the
Look at that
Gatekeepers
one.
Alliance.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
The funnier thing. Never mind. I'll leave it.
And by the way,
Generation
guys,
Tex needs to take a seat with Chris Hansen.
cheese pizza. And by the way, chat, like, you got to subscribe to the Gatekeepers Alliance channel if you haven't. The videos are outperforming the subscribers.
Yes.
So keep on
Mhm.
subbing. We need to get
Yeah.
20,000 views, 30,000 views a video and grow the channel.
right.
But yeah,
Mhm.
that was great. That was great.
All right.
And get
so
it and get the channel to 1,000 because we don't want to. Because right now we're going to be bouncing between Melvin and Grizzy, and it'd be easier if we just have Gatekeepers
Yeah, you're
Alliance, and then we don't have to bounce between. That way, everybody can find us when we're streaming. All right, here.
Yeah.
Do I need to full size this? Will it make it look better?
Yeah, I was gonna pull that up, but thank you. So, but this kind of connects us both together. So I was going through cleaning out my computer with all the graphic stuff I've been doing, and I came across this,
Porn.
and I still kept it on my computer. That is Ben Skywalker, Mara, and Luke's son. And so I made this a while back, and it's remember Ben is a Skywalker, not a Solo. And of course, like you said, we all trigger these shills in our own unique way. I could post something up about the EU, and bam, I'm triggering at least 3 without hardly anything. It's so fucking easy. So all I did is did this a long time ago, and this is back when the Disney trilogy started. So it was a while ago. And I triggered this asshole right here, William Hudson. And he claims to be part of the 501st, claims to love the EU, but yeah, 50 worst and stuff like that. And he basically got triggered on that. So if you want to scroll some more, Pierce.
Yeah, I have to go to the next picture, but here's what, because I don't know if this bottom part's on there or not. So he puts, this is one, both exist. It's all fiction. It's okay to have 2 or even more timelines. Quit crying. So he's saying you can have multiple.
He's the one
canons,
crying.
which is stupid.
Right.
Yeah, he's the one whining about it. Here's the next one.
Yeah.
Am I zooming too much or is that good on the zoom?
You're good. You're fine.
There we go.
So yeah, so I put hashtag triggered because that's exactly what had happened, and then if he was really a person who liked, the original EU and stuff, he would understand what was being expressed right here. And he goes, yes, every post you make shows how triggered and ignorant you are. So that's his comment. So this is people that we deal with all the time. And so we had our back and forth, and then Marvel Pierce comes in and he calls me a bitch. He's like, F you, bitch. Well, he didn't say F you, but he ends up calling me names, and I was like, okay, whatever.
Yeah, right here
and,
he says, "Bitch, please. All you ever do is complain and whine about everything. You're a blight on the star." So it's like, well, then why are you even fucking replying and shit? Like, for
Yeah,
what?
Right.
And you're just posting a picture and saying this. To say you're triggered because he commented on your shit, and then to say you're ignorant because you know the EU, he's a fucking idiot.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's, like I said, I deal with these ass hats all the fucking time. And I'm like a cat, I guess you could say, that likes to play with almost half dead mice, I guess you could say, for the joy of it.
Geez.
So I like to go back and forth with them just to expose them some more. Meaning, like, people are like, ignore them. I'm like, the more I BS with them, the more it exposes them.
Exactly. And she's very persistent too, right? And they all end up blocking her at the end of the day too, right?
Yeah, and he ended up blocking me too.
Yeah,
so
he didn't even end up blocking me. Usually what gets me blocked didn't work, and we'll get to that in a minute. So then I jumped in and I said, giving off some real beta vibes, Willie, because I think his name's Will, right? Yeah, William. The real Star Wars fandom definitely doesn't need cucks like you. And then he does this shit. Dude used the term beta, but's afraid to show his real self. Well, he's wearing a motherfucking Mandalorian mask, so I don't know what he's talking about. And that's what I told him. And I told him he's a retard. So we went back and forth right here. She told him to stay triggered. And then, so it's not on this thread. I think he did another thread on my personal Twitter or something. I did the, we're going to censor it because we're YouTube, but the Trump "have a nice day" meme. I'm sure everybody knows that one. So because of that meme, he tells her right here, you're also defending someone who used retard and gay as an insult. Then this guy, he got.
You already won me over. You don't have to keep on convincing me.
Yeah, right. Exactly. And then she says, "Well, hey, you're the one who called me a bitch." And then he said, "Anyone who defends bigots is a bitch." But he had already called her a bitch before I even got into the conversation, which she also points out. And then he says, "You're defending a literal bigot." And then what happens? Cross-platform. This is it. I think this is the last one. Cross-platform triggering. He goes onto her YouTube, finds out her talking to me about EU, which is that's all we did was talk about EU.
Go check out that video.
You have this guy on your channel, the same guy who spends his time on Twitter using slurs and being a bigot. And then she says, "You're stalking me to harass after." But the funny thing is, this pussy motherfucker didn't go on my channel and talk shit. Why is it? They always they claim to be, and again, he's showing he's a beta fucking cuck, buddy, because you should have just manned up and went to my fucking YouTube channel and talked shit to me. Instead, you decided to try to fucking choose a lore to go after. So fuck off. And you are a beta cuck and a plaget and a fucking pussy.
Hey, don't stop sharing.
Oh shit! Okay, here.
Go back to the photo of Ben Skywalker really quick, because I have a question. Do you guys figure that, I don't know, let me do the math in my head here, 5560 ABY after Battle of Yavin? Do you think that, like, Ben Skywalker got onto, like, the HoloNet and made posts every day about the Supreme Chancellor and kind of got triggered all the time? Do you think that happened in the Star Wars universe?
No.
This is Luke Skywalker's son we're talking about here. Do you guys think that happened? I don't know. Maybe.
I would say.
This. Do you think that him and what's the chick's name that he wound up hooking up with? What's her name?
Oh, Vistura Kai.
Yeah. Do you think that she got pregnant and then, like, Luke made him have an abortion? Do you think that might have happened?
No, I don't think so.
No, because because that would be in Disney Star Wars. You're talking Disney Star Wars.
Or in real life. Yeah.
Well, if you want to consider Mark Hamill, and his thing.
That's a Jake or a Mark thing. Yep.
That's a Jake Skywalker thing.
Space him.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Space abortion.
Yeah, you just put, like, the hole right up to the airlock and you open it and it takes care of it.
Oh my god. Damn.
That's like the coat hanger equivalent in Star Wars, I think.
Oh shit.
Nice. Love that visual.
I
All right.
don't.
Darth
As a
Melvin,
woman,
do you
I
have
don't want to visualize that kind of shit. Okay.
Tim, you're going to attract the shills into the conversation with this kind of shit. Come on now.
Oh, shit.
Oh.
Darth Melvin, do you have yours ready to go? I have two, so I can do my first. You can go, and then I can go again for the segment.
Yes, I have mine ready.
Okay. I'll go with my first one. Mine are pretty, not a lot of comments. So back to the saltier than crate subreddit. I was on it 3 times in like a week and a half. So lucky me, I guess. So yet another anti-woke grifter got recommended on my feed. Anger post. Anger. There's all my videos there. Check them out. They're pretty damn funny. We made it. Made it. Soul Black Guy doesn't really like it. Recommending YouTube ad blocker on Firefox. There we go. How about that? So there's this whole thread about how to block videos that trigger you on YouTube.
Oh
so anybody who sees videos that trigger you on YouTube, head on over and check this thread out, man. Very
That's
informative
equivalent
stuff
of
here.
them finding a safe space then.
Pretty much.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Pretty much.
It's a portable take-along shill sky.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus.
I only support software that makes the videos I don't want to see not be there, guys.
Jesus
I don't want
fuck.
to see that, Mr. Crispy.
Feelings.
Jesus fuck. Right-wing nut jobs always use the same type of thumbnail. Triggered by the thumbnails. I love it when they get triggered by the thumbnails. Yeah, of course, because that's all you watch. That's all you look at. You don't even watch the videos.
It worked.
Clearly
I know
it
at
did.
one time when I first began my channel and I was doing a lot of compare and contrast videos and stuff against the real lore and Disney lore, that some people had built a Reddit about me, triggered about me and my content at one point. It was hilarious.
Are you guys ready for the defense of the Brutus beat-offs? I thought it was on the other one, but it's actually on this one. You guys ready? I also find it funny how this weirdo tries to paint Skeleton Crew fans as, quote, creepy for simply being fans of the show's characters. Having Brutus as your, quote, hear me out, the Brutus beat-off, because I put that in the thumbnail. You can kind of see it there. Here, let me go to the other one real quick. Share it. So this is my thumbnail. This is from the other one. Who else is up beating off their Brutus? So he's talking about that quote in the thumbnail. He's defending that. Anyway, back to here now. Let me go back.
And that's an actual quote from Alex, too.
That's an actual quote.
Yes.
I'm the weirdo, by the way, for calling this out. I guess that's like calling Chris Hansen a predator. For simply being fans of the show's characters. Having Brutus, as he didn't even have the balls to quote it himself, it's a harmless joke in a franchise where interracial romance is normal. I think that's more interspecies than interracial. The worst platypus.
They can't even get their shit right.
Funny you have a platypus in there. Maybe he has a platypus fetish. I don't know. Platypus might be the only puss he's ever got. That's like trying to pretend that seeing Chewie as a husbando material is somehow creepy. And oh my God, here we go. And I refuse to tolerate any slander towards Alex Damon.
Explained.
Is this like a, Gohan creates, leave Alex alone, leave
That's
Theory
what it
alone?
sounds like. Leave my guy alone.
Leave the cross-dresser alone. Especially for saying what all normal fans feel about Neil. Normal fans.
Normal.
There ain't nothing normal about that shit.
Said he wanted to grab Neil by the face and shake him and tell him to never grow up and stay young and innocent forever. Go do that to a kid in real life and see how long your sentence is.
Yeah.
And he lies about.
My kids would have kicked him in the balls. That's what they were trying to do.
And he lies about what Sexplain said in the video. that he's the sweetest boy who deserves a hug and to be reassured that he's perfect and doesn't need to change. That's not the fact that you're dumbing down what he said proves that you agree with me that it's fucked, that this guy's fucked in the head. This Alex Damon.
Damn.
And it wouldn't shock me that this grifter and the friends that he's adjacent would fixate and obsess over sexualizing girls in fiction or real life.
Okay.
Shots fired.
And there's some high-level shills that follow the Camman film, the guy who created the Brutus Beat-Offs, who's a furry. The people follow this guy, and Disney sent him a Skeleton Crew Disney Shill gift basket.
Did he get the elite package or did he get the general shill one?
He got the general one, but like I was fucking
normie
shocked.
one.
I was making the video, and then while I was making the video, I'm like, he got a fucking Disney Shill gift basket. Like I couldn't believe it. It's like just when you think it's like it's too weird, no, they raise the bar every time.
Every time.
Are you gonna read that right there? This
Which one?
Maple the whatever the hell
Maple
it says.
the Be Gone.
Be
Anti-
gone.
This
woke-
pisses me off.
Anti-woke nutwings are exactly what they claim to hate. Oversensitive hypocrites.
We're not being oversensitive. We think it's hilarious and we're exposing it. It's weird, so we're talking about it. It has nothing to do with being sensitive.
Mhm.
It's like I'm
I
glad you act that way because you reveal who you really are.
I think the people in this comment section are a little oversensitive.
Yeah, we have more fun roasting this shit than they do talking about it, right?
Had
They
no
give us
bad
the
things
content.
had no bad things to say about Skeleton Crew, so he resorted to being mad at people for liking the design of Neil. No, I have
All kinds of bad things to say about that shit.
yeah, again, didn't watch the video. Oh, here's a good one. Report him.
That's Cantina
Oh,
Talks.
God.
is all.
Oh God. Just another woke. I don't know what that is. So irritating how being mad at the YouTube algorithm, the algorithm is pushing this stuff at people. If you accidentally watch something with vague connection to gwifta shit, get flooded with it, and it takes weeks for normal viewing to retrain your feed and purge it.
Wow.
Anti-
This is loaded.
Anti-woke grifters have now officially lost all credibility as they have insulted Neil. Neilosexual
Acid
there.
pop.
Oh,
He probably
no.
took a fucking hit of acid before he made that post.
Well, you should have seen them all break down from one of the latest Skeleton Crew, where that one guy, that one human male, Jude Law's character, he basically got into Neil's face and basically told him off and stuff. And now all the Neil Nation is going crazy because of that.
Yeah, they can't separate reality from fiction. It's sad.
Mhm.
Like
Right.
fucking weirdos.
All right, Darth Melvin, do you have yours ready to go?
Yes, I do. Give me a second.
Take your time.
The truth is the shills know these shows and movies are garbage and not popular. This is Fiend. That's why they get so angry for us calling it out. The crap was popular and doing well. They wouldn't care. So that's what one of the people in the chat said.
That's a good point.
So I like to trigger the Disney shills on Twitter, and some of the people I like to trigger are called GAPs, Grogu attracted persons. And so there's this idiot who made an account called Grogu's Biggest Fan. And so he goes around, he's got no following at all, like no one responds to his shit. But when he does hashtag Grogu said uppies, please, gets a little bit of engagement here. And so I said, you need some serious help. Like this I assume is probably a grown man, probably like 18 or older, Grogu's biggest fan. Grogu said uppies, please, so you need some serious help. Just block me, brah. Why put yourself through the discomfort of seeing my tweets, fam? So you already know he's hashtag triggered. And so I come in with the hashtags, hashtag freak, hashtag gap. So if you ever see a Grogu attracted person, just hit them with the hashtag Gap. It will piss them off. So I kept on this guy, and so he was so pissed off by me calling him a Gap. He quote tweeted, "So much hatred is not good for your skin." And so I responded to him, "Gap." And I triggering more shills here. Let's see. OG Star Wars and Jacob.
Oh god.
So I'm trying to see where. All right, we'll go to the next screen. So I responded to him a couple times, and then he blocked me. So then I made this hashtag GapMad, hashtag FakeFan, hashtag Disney's target audience. This guy is Disney's target audience.
Mm-hmm.
So you look at the picture here. This is what he does. He posts about Chicky Nuggies. Grogu after training for the Chicky Nuggie speed eating competition.
That's fucking weird.
So I responded, Chicky Nuggie? This guy's probably a grown man. Chicky Nuggie? Hashtag loser, hashtag Gap. And then I posted the screenshot of the trophy of him blocking me, which is always love doing that. Never gets old. And so he got fucking triggered. And so he responded, "LOL, get a life, loser." And then I respond, "Triggered Gap." And then he responds, laugh, LOL, you're the one getting triggered, hashtag triggered loser. So now he sees my hashtag approach and he's like trying to copy it. And you know that's how they're getting even more triggered and pretty soon to be unhinged.
Right.
So I said, Gap, big mad, hashtag, and then did he respond again? Or Gap, unhinged. And then he tried to claim, so he unblocked me and tried to claim that he didn't actually block me. Why are you lying, bro? You're not blocked by me. Hashtag triggered loser. Hashtag loser big mad. So he unblocked me, and I think he wanted me to like boost his engagement on his Twitter. And I got a small Twitter account. Like no one really gives a shit. I have 1,600 followers, and so I think he thought if he could get into it with me, maybe it could boost his engagement just a tad.
Get a like or something, yeah.
And like that was not, it's just not going to happen.
It's a shill weirdo pattern, right? They all love to engagement farm. That's what they do best.
And he said it was bad for your skin. Is that what he said? And if it
So
really is a
there's-
he, then it's like he has to be a fan against gatekeeping if he's talking about skin, like, and he's a man. Because, like, I know that in backstage we never talk about our skin, guys. Like, right?
No.
I mean, sorry to cut you off. Keep going.
So like this gets worse. He posts this, "Hey Knights of Melvin, here's Grogu eating Chicky Nuggies. Can I cry about it again?" And so this, I know he is unhinged. So I hit him with
I
the
love
Star
that.
Wars meltdown. And then it's like, "Oh, get a life, loser." Triggered Gap. Like the triggered Gap is like gonna get him every time. LOL, you're the one getting triggered. And then like this went on for a while. And so I made this one. We have an update with the Gap. He saw my tweet ripping on him for blocking me. He was so hashtag triggered. He unblocked me. He is currently having a Star Wars meltdown. And so you see his profile, Grogu's biggest fan. He's the cutest little muffin in the entire galaxy.
Oh.
Hashtag, and they called me a hashtag loser. And so ironic. Like,
Yeah.
has a profile, Grogu's biggest fan, calling people losers. And so I don't know if, I mean, there's more to it. I looked at his profile and who he like follows, and he's like fapping it to all these like fucking accounts. Uses Twitter as a porn hub, and it's ironic coming from Grogu's biggest fan. Grogu and porn, that's a bad combo.
Oh yeah.
And so then he was so unhinged. He made Knights of Melvin meltdown. So he took my Star Wars meltdown and made this.
My God.
You inspired him. Look at that.
And
'cause
he even
he's
used the same font.
scared.
So whenever
Yes,
they like try to
kid.
become, whenever they try to become me, I know I am so in their head. Like they try to fucking
Mhm.
become me. So I said, go have another chicky nuggy with your Grogu doll. Hashtag triggered gap. And then I found out looks like he's a furry. Because I found this on his account.
Oh,
You're a furry too.
shit.
Hashtag furry gap. And he's telling me,
Oh.
get out of your mom's basement once in a while. I'll start a Chicky Nuggy Grogu Twitter account and be a real winner in society. Hashtag Gap Meltdown. So
Oh,
like
geez.
this, so he
Ew,
posts
look at that.
this. This goes on, and so this is where I said this is X,
Wonder
not
what he typed
Pornhub.
in to get that image to come up.
I know, right?
Probably a self-picture portrait.
Then he's like, it's okay that you're gay, dude. It's 2025-01 judge. And I said, you're gay for Grogu. Hashtag Gap. So I think, and then the final rip I had on him. So I found like the Chicky Nuggy meme or the GIF, and I posted that. And then there was another like female Gap account, and I was like, is this your girlfriend? I don't know if I could find this, but
Man,
yeah,
you dug deep into his head psyche right there with all that shit.
oh, for sure.
Good shit, Knights of Melvin. That was funny.
So like it's so easy for me. Like, I use the hashtag method. I go like hashtag triggered, hashtag big mad. I could be multitasking, do a whole bunch of shit. These people are fucking losing their minds.
Mm-hmm.
And it's glorious. I got it down to a science. Triggering these shills.
Nice. And the final one, like you knew this was gonna get them. You knew this was daring to say anything negative about Neo. You got Chris Hansen peeking his head at Alex Damon, Star Wars Sexplained, wants to grab Neil. We talked about it. Looks like they're basically making stuff up to get folks to stop watching. Didn't watch the video. Yes, people that like a show about children. That is so creepy. Why? Why is that creepy? People aren't allowed to like shows because the actors and actresses aren't adults. Sounds weird, creepy, projection-y. Again, did not watch the video. Anything else funny on this one? I didn't go through any of these really.
They're another whiner about the thumbnail.
Whining about they always whine because they don't.
Yeah,
they have nothing else to watch.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
we're not the same bunch of fucking losers. We're totally different than anyone that came before, guys. Gatekeepers Alliance is different. We're having fun doing it. We're triggering them. Look at Melvin and Alora's threads almost every day going on. It's fun.
Look at
That's what they don't get.
Look at Alpha Omega here. He sounds more like a creep if he's thinking that way. These people literally said it. These people literally said it. Look at the fucking cam.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Can't talk about it. That's a creepy ass thing. Oh, it kind of is. I'll agree with that guy there. It's kind of creepy.
It gets to the point. That's what makes it
There's
creepy.
a cross-dresser on it.
The
so
chuds
part of the
who
problem.
use the word shill. Liking something doesn't make you a shill.
That's a new drinking game. Every time they say chud in a Reddit thread, you got to take a shot.
Yep, exactly. Yeah, going to meet Dave Filoni and Leslie Headland. That doesn't make you a shill either, which Alex Damon did.
Mm-hmm. As did fake news Kyle Katarn and a few others.
Oh yeah. So all right, hashtag trigger.